How's it going? So today we are going to be reviewing this car that absolutely decimated my GTD. So do you know what? I said let's have a look at this because it's impressive, it looks nice. It's a really, really good example of a clean Mini. So let's get to it. Right lads, this is Matty. Nice to see you again, bro. He's going to give us a run through with the specs on this thing because it is impressive.
So it's a 2019 F56 Mini Cooper S. And it has the John Cooper Works package, which includes the bumpers, the wheels, the suspension, and the exhaust when it was stock. Yeah.
So can we talk about the power figures, stock, what you've done to it, etc.
So originally it has a 2-liter turbo engine, and from factory it's rated at 190 horsepower. However, everyone that's dynoed it has come up to around 220, 215 from the factory. But it's running now at stage 1, and it's around 285 brake horsepower, 280, 285, and it has a straight-to exhaust from the cat's back.
Yeah, because I believe that as well. Like I had trouble with him when it was 220, and he probably would have beaten me as well on the motorway. Like it was very, very close. He was touching the bumper off me. He wasn't actually, it was someone else, and it was in Mexico, right?
Yeah, it was not me.
But yeah, no, I definitely believe it was about 280 because the amount. I'm going to include a video right now.
What the fuck? I can't touch him.
So what sort of visual mods have we? Because it pops, it definitely pops.
So so far, before I got it, I had no stripe, and I told Mini that I wanted to put the stripes on. But I am looking at the moment to get Cobra strings to lower it down. 30 mm in the front and 25 in the back.
Now you're laughing.
M-Tech drilled and slotted discs. I'm gonna put in EBC yellow stuff pads. I'm gonna come in for the strut and the engine.
Do you want to get that oil leak sorted first? No, I swear to God, it's actually an oil leak.
Is that an oil leak?
Put this part in, Luke.
That's not an oil leak. No, that's from the tire shine. You mad joke.
Include all of this. Include all this. Sorry, my bad. It's actually tire shine. I got a bit worried there.
Tire shine. But yeah, so I have a few plans for it. It's gonna come in soon because I want to make this more of a track car than anything. I'm looking at a carbon bonnet for the car, so it makes the scoop functional because Mini has the cutouts in the inside to make the scoop functional, but it just blocked it because now it's turbo, it's not supercharged anymore. So I have that. I'm ordering a track wing, so a carbon fiber track wing to extend the back of the car to make it look a bit more
so when
meaner.
you put the wing on it now, we'll get it up into the air and all, yeah?
Yeah, I want to take off, man.
Get me one of those as well, will you?
Yeah, but for now, that's the sort of things I'm looking at. I might go stage 2, so new intercooler, injectors and things like that, but that's in the future.
Do you know what power that'll be making?
I'd say, from what I can see from people that have done it, over 330 horsepower.
Shit, I don't want any race with you. No, you're all right, mate. Yeah. So why the Mini anyway? Not that there's an issue, lads. And lads, stop talking shit about Minis. Minis are nice cars. It's always good to know why, the whole story, why you'd like one.
So originally, a couple of months back, I had a 330, and it was stage 1, but the map didn't agree with the car, and I melted a piston. And then after that, I got the piston forged. I got a forged piston, the engine was rebuilt. The car wasn't running right again, so I had to get the engine stripped again to fix the valve seals that was leaking oil again. So after that, I said, you know what, this car is giving me trouble. I was scared to map it again. I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I got rid of it, and the first car that came into my mind, because I love hot hatches, I've always owned small pocket rockets.
That's why I like this fella.
So I said, you know what, back to my roots I go. And I always wanted a Cooper S, and originally I wanted the John Cooper Works model, but then this is exactly the same as the John Cooper Works, it's just minus the engine tuning, but now it's tuned anyway, so it'll take a John Cooper Works, no problem. So I said, you know what, I want to go back to my roots and want to have something fun that I can take to the track and trash it around the place.
Deadly, deadly, perfect. So the big question is maintenance, insurance, fuel, run us through it all.
So maintenance, right? So it's 2019, so I got it with 14,000 kilometers. So now it's around 28,000 kilometers. So I'm running into the second maintenance this car has ever had. So it needs oil, filters, and brakes and things like that. So it's kind of costly. It's going to cost around 500 euros to get all that done. But it comes with the car you buy anyway.
So what's the crack with the fuel and the insurance? Because these are the two really big buying factors for the younger lad anyway.
So believe it or not, before I got the car tuned, I can average around 50 miles per gallon, which it's impressive for a car that's 2-liter turbo petrol. But now with the stage 1, I'm running, the max I can get is 39 miles per gallon. But then if I put my foot down, it goes down to 18 real quickly. So the fuel on this now, with the way it is, because obviously you have a heavy foot, the more power you have, you're going to want to drive faster. it's costing me around 150 to 200 a week if I want to drive it the way I like to drive. Insurance, with the 330, it was 1,600 euros a year. And when I got this, I had to do a whole new insurance because it's going to cost me more money to swap the car. And when I got the new quote for the insurance, it was 750 euro
That's
a
all
year.
right.
And I'm 24. If I'm nearly in that 25 bracket, my insurance is going to drop a little bit more. And I only have 2 years no claims bonus because I was away for a while, so I lost my bonuses. But this for a guy that's coming in and wants a performance car to keep up with the rest of the cars, this is very cheap insurance because it's a Cooper S, so it's not really high up in the insurance class because these things are not out doing, like rallying, crashing, and stuff like that. So the insurance for these are quite cheap at the moment.
Brilliant. See, this is what I want to hear, lads. This is a young lad's car now as well, and it's beautiful. Any age generation can have it, but it's easy. It's easy on the pockets, except for the fuel.
Except the fuel, yeah. The fuel is just, yeah.
Perfect. Grand.
If I was to give one advice to someone buying this car, it's get a good service history because it is an F-Series engine and they are prone to giving issues.
See, that's it, lads. Stay healthy with all this engine stuff. Don't be lazy when it comes to service and stuff. You clean yourself. You go to the hospital when you're not well. Do the same for your car, lads. Keep
definitely, lads.
Tip-top.
Definitely. So I would just look out for oil leaks. I'll look out to see how regularly the car was serviced because they need service. It is a petrol car. It's running high pressure, so the seals start to worn out. So if you don't service the car and keep the car healthy with good oil, the car will give you trouble. But other than that, these cars have been bulletproof. I've never come across, and I'm in a few groups in Brazil from the Mini Cooper S group as well, and they have no issues at all with the car as long as you keep on top of things and keep it healthy. And
so you're actually in a big group for cars at the minute, Wide Open Throttle. You've seen them on the channel before. They're quite good at what they do. Explain that a little further.
So that was a vision that myself and Kyle, we had a couple of years ago, and I think 2 years ago, we met up at Beyonce Limits. I always followed his page because I saw he had some nice cars. And then I started chatting to him. We got on well, we're good mates. And I was like, look, I want to do something to bring the car community together. I want a family. I don't want just, your regular messing around. I want to do something to raise awareness that the car groups in Ireland are more than just what we see.
That's it, lads. It's not Fast and Furious. It's none of that stuff. It's good projects they're all doing together. It's content. It's having a laugh. It's having the crack. It's doing things for charities. It's not all this messing like that Daily Mail and all put up of people drifting shopping trolleys and putting cones in the middle of car parks. There's none of that. Sometimes.
So myself and Kyle said, you know what, let's do it. And I was looking at names. I was like, what do you think of Wide Open Throttle? Because it is something that we always do. As car guys, we put the foot down, we open the throttle, and we let rip in Mexico.
Just give it plenty, do you know what I mean?
In Mexico, not in anywhere public roads. So we started that, and it's going great. We have a fair few people in now, and the family is growing. And I love what we're doing because we're trying to raise awareness that the car groups are not all bad, because the government just sees us as messers and waste of time, and I want to change that. And that's why I also got in with Brandon with Boost Nation, and I'm a part of Boost Nation as well. So we're trying to raise awareness with both groups to change the view on car scene. So that's what we're doing at the moment, yeah.
That's basically an example of what Whipstars does as well. We basically get groups like this, we merge them all together, we show them to you guys, and it's good. It's a way of kind of promoting awareness. I think those seagulls are involved as well. They have a bit of interest. I've mentioned car
groups. It's the mini love.
Their whole group is on the way now as well. So even if you want to see groups like these guys, this is what Whipstar does. We merge them all together. We promote every type of meet that they do because straight away we know, these guys do good meets. We have a calendar with all the upcoming meets, so you don't got to look everywhere. You don't got to spend a half an hour trying to find all these pages yourself. And most importantly, we do competitions. We help people who are going through a big expense every month for being a driver in Ireland because it's not fair for some people. So it's our job to we want to be the everything place for cars, and eventually we'll get there. Right, so we're looking at the interior here. It's mighty. You look at it straight away, the first thing you think is quality. Anything done to it? Anything special to
so the red tint on the inside, so it's a match with the red stripes, and they did that also from factory, which is something that I liked, and that's why I added the red stripes. But other than that, it's still stock. I am planning to remove the rear seats and put a half cage into it. And Mini do that because they have the GP version, which has no rear seats, and they can do that warranted under the factory warranty. So I plan to do that. But other than that, at the moment, everything is stock. It has the John Cooper steering wheel, the pedals, the gear shifts, and all that, the gear knob. But other than that, everything else is still pretty much stock, bar my sheep called Carlos in the interior.
She's standard, lad, but I tell you, it's some bus for one bus. thanks to Matty again for letting us check this car
man.
out. Really appreciate you coming out, let us have a look. Hopefully we'll be able to do more stuff like this. And anytime his group gets members, the cars they have is cool, so we're going to be doing a lot more with them definitely in the future. And as always, go follow Whipstars, as I said. Go follow Matty as well. His Instagram will be here. Follow his group, follow his page. Loads of cool stuff coming soon. And as always, let us know if we're doing our job good. Let us know, you know, support us by subscribing, just so we stay motivated, so we know it's working. We really want to get big this year. We want to take things to a whole new level in Ireland, show the best Ireland has. And yeah, lads, take a handy.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, hey, feeling
This is
like Whitney.
I was fixing.
So we have no. So if
over.
I just got an Uzi and you wouldn't.
It's bulletproof. No, literally, you can. Don't do it.
Back in my bag now, so I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the